Right. Let's take care about in completing this particular automation process. I mean, we need to begin taking care about in understanding that how exactly we can take care about in getting started with automation testing. I mean, according to our understanding, it's mandatory that first we need to begin go with manual testing. Once we got manual testing in certain stage, there is a chance of we need to take care about in executing with more number of regression test cases. At the time of you want to begin execute more number of test cases, we can think about in getting started with automation testing. That is what in simple we used to be get mentioning that if I'm taking with automation testing, if I'm taking with automation testing, when to start automation testing? When to start automation testing? Regression phase or regression testing. In regression phase or in regression testing, you will just think about to start automation testing. But to confirm that, to decide that, yes, we'll go with automation. Further, it's mandatory that your application need to be get satisfied the two preconditions, or we can consider the prerequisites. What are the preconditions we got? Application should be stable. The one precondition we got, application should be stable. What is another one? Is it test cases or test case steps? Test cases or test case steps? Test case steps, not like test cases. Test cases can be anything. That doesn't make any problem. But the test case steps should be freezed. Meaning of the freeze? Meaning of the freeze. We can consider that fix. I mean, what exactly the steps has been provided in that particular manual test cases, that particular step should be fixed only. It's not like the steps has been getting added. So the test case steps should be freezed. So that will be taking with the two preconditions. So once your application taking care about in having this particular precondition, then we'll decide that, we'll confirm that to go with in starting automation testing. Once you decide automation testing, you need to decide with automation tool. How we can decide automation tool? How we can decide automation tool? Based on POC. We can decide automation tool based on POC or the tool evaluation. Based on POC or the tool evaluation, we can take care about in having based on POC or tool evaluation, we can take care about in having this particular respective automation tool. Once tool has been decided, once the automation tool, once that particular automation tool has been decided, we need to take care about that particular automation tool and need to be get start developing with automation script. So let's understand that particular tool. What is the tool we decided? What is the tool we decided? Selenium. According to our project requirement, according to our project requirement, we got take care about and decided with Selenium. So we need to take care about, we need to take care about in using, we need to take care about in using this particular respective Selenium tool. We need to take care about in utilizing the respective Selenium tool and need to be get understand that we need to take care about utilizing the respective Selenium tool and need to be get understand how we can take care about in developing with automation script. In that, our very first understanding, if I'm taking with Selenium, what is the meaning of Selenium? What is the meaning of Selenium? Selenium is one API having group of components. If I'm taking with the Selenium, if I'm taking with the Selenium, Selenium is one API. Selenium is one API having group of components here. If I'm taking with Selenium, if I'm taking with that particular Selenium, we can mention that Selenium is one API having group of components. I mean, Selenium has been introduced in the market with different type of components. Selenium has been introduced in the market with different type of components here. In that, if I'm taking with this particular respective Selenium, if I'm taking with this particular respective Selenium, in that, if I go with the Selenium component, what is the first Selenium component? Selenium IDE. The one you will be taking with, Selenium IDE. After that, Selenium RC, which you will be taking with Selenium RC. After that, Selenium Web Driver. Selenium Web Driver. Okay. After that, what is it? Selenium Grid, which I will be taking with Selenium Grid. One, I will be taking with Selenium IDE, Selenium RC, Selenium Web Driver, and taking with Selenium Grid. So the one I will be taking with Selenium IDE and taking with Selenium RC and taking with Selenium Web Driver and taking with Selenium Grid. Okay. In that, if I'm taking with the Selenium IDE, if I'm taking with the Selenium IDE, meaning of IDE, integrated development environment. The meaning of IDE, integrated development environment. If I'm taking with IDE, we can mention the integrated development environment. That particular IDE, the functionality, the purpose of Selenium IDE and the functionality of Selenium IDE, we can say that record and playback. Record and playback. The functionality of Selenium IDE. The functionality of Selenium IDE. We can consider that record and playback. I mean, in a very starting days of Selenium, we used to take care about using the component of Selenium IDE, which is considering the record and playback. After that, we got Selenium RC. We got Selenium RC. Meaning of RC? What is it? Remote control. The meaning of RC, we can say that remote control. The meaning of RC functionality. The purpose of Selenium RC or the functionality of Selenium RC to go with programming activity by using Selenium IDE. By using Selenium IDE, we can take care about in doing record and playback. We can take care about in doing record and playback. In the same way, by using Selenium RC, we can take care about programming activity. Once Selenium RC introduced in the market, once Selenium RC introduced in the market, we can consider Selenium RC, or we can call as Selenium 1, Selenium 1.0. We can call as Selenium RC, we can call as Selenium RC, or we can consider that Selenium 1.0. In simple, we can say that Selenium 1. We can say that Selenium 1. Either we can call as Selenium RC or we can call as Selenium 1. Okay. In the same way, we got Selenium Web Driver. We got Selenium Web Driver. This particular Selenium Web Driver, the Selenium Web Driver, we can say that the functionality or purpose, considering that taking care about programming, the functionality or purpose, we can say that programming. If I'm taking with Selenium Web Driver, the purpose and the functionality of Selenium Web Driver, we can say that programming. This particular Selenium Web Driver also we can call as Selenium Web Driver, or we can call as Selenium 2.0, nothing but Selenium 2. We can call as Selenium Web Driver or we can call as Selenium 2. From Selenium 2. From Selenium 2, it has been updated. It has been updated with Selenium 3. It has been updated with Selenium 3. And the recently, the current market taking with Selenium 4. The current market taking with Selenium 4. In Selenium 4, we got 4.0, 4.1, 4.2, 4.3. Lot of versions will be there. Very regularly, the version will be modified. We are not worried about, that particular version. We are not worried about that particular version that will be taking with, the Selenium 4 is the current market has been done. Now, along with that, we got Selenium Grid. We got Selenium IDE, Selenium RC, Selenium Web Driver, and taking with Selenium Grid. When you work with Selenium RC, Selenium Web Driver, what is the functionality? Programming. You can take care about doing all the programming activity. We can take care about in doing all the programming activity. That part perfectly okay. But along with that, we got Selenium Grid. Functionality of Selenium Grid. To execute automation scripts. In to execute automation scripts in multiple browsers or multiple system. To execute automation scripts in multiple browsers or multiple system. To execute this automation script in multiple browsers or multiple system, then it will go with Selenium Grid. See the understanding? If I'm taking with Selenium Grid to execute automation scripts in multiple browsers or multiple system, then we can utilize Selenium Grid. This is how we got different type of components into the market. So step by step, according to the market demand, they have been taking care about in introducing that particular respective components into the market. If I'm taking with these components in this current market, the Selenium IDE, and then Selenium RC. In this current market, Selenium IDE and Selenium RC has been totally outdated in the current market. Selenium IDE and Selenium RC has been totally outdated in the current market. So in this current market, in this current market, there is no concept of Selenium IDE and there is no concept of Selenium RC, which has been totally outdated in the current market, which has been totally outdated in the current market. Now, if I'm taking with this particular current market, if I'm taking with this current market, we got taking care about and utilizing that particular Selenium Web Driver. We are taking care about in utilizing that particular respective Selenium Web Driver. We got Selenium Grid. Selenium Grid also there, but it depends on it. Not like very regular use, not like very regular use. Mainly we are taking care about, that particular Selenium Web Driver. So mainly we are taking care about that particular respective Selenium Web Driver. That is what we need to take care about. That is what we need to take care about in having these components here. So because of this, we are not worried about Selenium IDE and we are not worried about Selenium RC. We have to take care about, we need to take care about Selenium Web Driver. We need to begin taking care about in working with Selenium Web Driver. So because of that, take with the new heading, write with new heading, mentioning that Selenium Web Driver, Selenium Web Driver with project. All the online students also, write with the heading, mention the Selenium Web Driver with project. Selenium Web Driver with project. In that, make a note of the project details, make a note of project name. Previously, when you done with manual testing, what are the projects you done? That adapting and online banking. As part of manual testing, you got adapting project, the one application, and then online banking, another application. Similar to that, automation testing also, we are taking care about one more project. We are taking care about one more project that will be taking HRMS. We are taking care about one more project that will be taking with HRMS. Meaning of HRMS? Human Resource Management System. Within a brackets, mention that, within a brackets, mention that Human Resource Management System. Human Resource Management System. Within a brackets, Human Resource Management System. So to access this application, you need to access this application. To access this application, as usual, you have to take care about the URL. We got testing URL and then taking with live URL. Just make a note of all these details. Just make a note of all these particular details. All the online students also, make a note of these particular details. Take care about that particular username and then take care about that particular password. So just take care about that particular username and take care about that particular password. All the online students also, be very clear, about that particular respective username and password. You need to be get very clear about username and password. Take care about capital letters and take care about the small letters. Take care about that particular capital letters and then taking with small letters. All the online students, please take care about, in having this particular one. Make a note of that particular details. Take care about that capital letters and small letters. Tomorrow you guys having the session. Remembered or forgot? Timings. 10 to 12. In which building? We'll call as a new block. That building name is new block. In that new block building, you have a class. Okay, not this building. All the online students also, please take care about the tomorrow session. Done? Okay. Right. So let's understand what exactly mean by this and how we can take care about utilizing these things here. As simple as manual testing. What are the projects we got? Adapting and online banking. Automation testing. What is a project? HRMS. Why we are taking new project? We can automate that adapting application only, right? Already written test cases also. So directly we can go with adapting application. So rather than taking with adapting application, why we are taking this new project? Practice purpose, we require 2 projects, sir. In the demo, you told that 3 projects you will be giving the training, sir. Uh-huh. It's not like practice purpose. The reason of we are taking this particular project as part of our automation concept. When to start automation testing? When to start automation testing? Yeah. When to start automation testing? What is it? Regression phase or regression testing. In regression phase or regression testing, we need to start automation testing. Okay. What are the preconditions to start automation testing? What is it? Application should be stable. Meaning of that? Meaning of application should be stable. Functionality should be working fine in all the builds here. What is the second point? Second condition. Test case step should be freezed. Meaning of the freeze? Meaning of the freeze, fix. If you want to start automation testing, your application need to satisfy the 2 preconditions. When you cross check with that adapting application, still we are having lot of bugs are there in the build 1 and build 2. In build 2, some of the bugs has been fixed. In that particular build 2, some of the bugs has been fixed it. But even though that particular bugs has been fixed, still we are able to see that lot of bugs are there. Because of that, it's not like more suitable to continue with automation. That is the reason we are taking with one of stable application. So we are taking with one of the stable application. So that is what we are taking with the project of HRMS. So to access this particular project, you got 2 URLs. One is testing URL, another one live URL. That is what the real time. Any projects you will have development URL, testing URL, and live URL. So if I'm taking with the testing URL, we deployed that application in the Naresh IT server. You doesn't require to do any registrations. It depends on application. Adapting application, according to the adapting application, for doing the login, for getting the login credentials, you have to take care about in doing the registration. But for HRMS application, you doesn't require to go with any of the registration. There is no concept of registration. Because of that, I have been given with that particular username and password. What is the username? What is the username? Naresh IT in a small letter. The whole username in a small letter. What is the password? What is the password? Naresh IT in a small letter. That username is Naresh IT. Password is Naresh IT. in a small letter. Already have been given the access maximum. All you guys will be able to access that URL. So everyone got an access. In case of anyone not able to access, just you can inform me. I'll look into that. You guys don't go with all your BTech talent related to that application. I mean, most of the time, once a login has been done, you will think about Suresh sir given the password in the application. We have an option of change password. Immediately, let's change the password. Don't go with all the activities, including online. Don't test the functionality of chain password. Don't execute the test case also. That is already working. Suresh sir has been already tested. You doesn't require to test it. You doesn't require to test this functionality. Don't try to change with the password. No, sir. We are BTech, sir. We'll change the password, sir. You can change it. But if you change the password, if you change the password, if we change with the password, who is that culprit? I will get an email. The one who are trying to change the password. If anyone change the password, immediately I'll get an email because this application we got deployed in our Naresh IT server. Because of that, in that Naresh IT server, we are already tracking all your system IP address or all the people accessing this application. Because of that, don't go with all your own talents here. Just I given the credentials, utilize the credentials in the very proper way. And once you done with the login, lot of modules are there. It's not like a very small application. It is not like a very small application. Lot of things will be there. Lot of modules are there, like admin module, PIM module, leave module. Lot of things are there. Just you can explore this application in understanding what are all the functionalities has been there. This is the one application considering the testing URL. Similar to that, the same application, you got live URL, functionality is same, but you will be able to see the slight difference in the UI. The functionality will be the same, but you will be able to see the slight difference in the UI. So you need to be utilize any of the thing. For the initial part, you can take care about in practicing with testing URL. Once you got comfortable, then you can try with any URL, any application. You need to get comfortable with one particular application. Once you got comfortable with any one application, after that, the same thing can be applied for any application. That doesn't make any problem. Because of that, first take care about in getting comfortable with one application, then very easily you can apply that particular concepts for any application. Even adapting also, we can automate it. It's not like we cannot automate that, but not like more stable. Because of that, to learn, we are taking with this particular application. Once we got comfortable with this application, once we got comfortable with one application, you can take care about in automating any kind of application. Once he got comfortable with one application, then he can take care about in automating with any kind of application. Okay. But according to our understanding, if you want to start automation testing, if you want to start automation testing, what we require? What we require? If you want to start automation testing, what you require? Test cases has been required. To start automation testing, we required test cases because manual testing started from requirements understanding, but automation testing started from test cases. So if you want to automate this application, this project, if you want to automate this application, you have to take care about test cases. For adapting application, you're already written the test cases. But this is another new project. We got this project. Now from where you can get test cases for this project? For this project, we require the test cases. From where you will get the test cases for this project? This is the new project. Now you want to go with automation. For starting automation, you require test cases. From where you can get the test cases? You have to write the test cases. For this application, you have to take care about, you need to take care about writing the test cases. Now, your first assignment in automation testing, is you have to take care about, you need to take care about design test cases. You have to take care about in designing test cases for HRMS application. But the application, it will take a lot of time to design, to prepare test cases for the whole application. It will take a lot of time. Because of that, for the time being, you can try with the two modules. One is login module and another one PIM module. For now, for the time being, you have to take care about in designing test cases. Meaning of test cases? Meaning of test cases. Meaning of scenarios. What need to be tested? Meaning of test cases. How to be tested. So what is mean by test cases? How to prepare the test cases? You are already knowing it. Follow the same template. The same template you can follow for adapting application. How you prepare the test cases. The same template, the same concept you can follow, and then prepare test cases. For what are the modules? Login module and PIM module. I mean, this is got login module related to the whole login module. You can take care about preparing the test cases. After that, once you completed login module, then we can take care about another module, PAM. Lot of modules are there, not required test cases for all modules. For which module? PAM. You got add employee, you can add employee, you can go with employee list, you can take care about edit employee, you can take care about delete employee. So related to PAM, module, you can come up with in writing maximum of test cases. You can try lot of test cases we can write. You can take care about in writing with maximum test cases. So in automation testing, your first assignment. What is your first assignment? Your first assignment, designing test cases for HRMS application. For what are the modules? Login module and PIM module. So now the test case template, it can follow the same. So prepare test cases for these two modules. For preparing test cases for these two modules, you may get in a doubt. What will be a doubt? Is that test scenarios need to be prepared or not? Is that need to be prepared test scenarios or not? For the time being, not required any scenarios. For the time being, you doesn't require to prepare any scenarios. Directly, you can go with in preparing test cases. That is what you need to be flexible to work all the things here. Let's go with adapting. You done all the things. You got requirement, you got scenarios, you got test cases, execution, you are doing. Online banking. Do we have requirement document for online banking? No, you got only application. You need to explore the application and then you have to do prepare the test cases, all the testing that you need to comfortable. In this application, I'm saying that directly prepare the test cases without any scenarios. So I mean, in the real time, as a tester, you need to be flexible with all the things here. In the real time, you need to be flexible to work all the things here. That is what your real time. Because in the real time, is that you will work only one project? In real time in your career, is that you will work only one project? No. When you're working the different projects in the career, you need to be comfortable to handle any kind of the project. You need to be flexible to go with the testing for any kind of the project. So that is the reason I'm giving the option to go with practice of all the different options here. Adapting all the things I got. Online banking, there is no requirement document. This HRMS directly need to prepare test cases. I mean, the conclusion is you guys need to be get comfortable taking care about in handling with any kind of the project. That kind of practice you need to be doing. So please take care about in documenting, in preparing test cases. Doesn't require any scenarios. That is what the real time. In real time, in some of the projects, they'll go with scenarios and they'll go with the test cases. In some other project, they will not prepare any scenarios. Directly, they'll start with the test cases and they'll go with the execution. So it's totally vary from one project to another project, and it will vary from that client to client. So because of that, as a tester, you need to be flexible with all the things here. Now, for preparing test cases, what you require? For preparing test cases, what you require? Application. For preparing the test cases, what you require? Yeah. Uh-huh. Templates. Only templates is fine. Then requirements are required or not? Requirement documents for preparing with the test cases. Application you got, okay, perfectly okay. But along with the application, the first priority, always it will go with requirement documents. In case of requirement documents are not available, then you need to look into that application and I will prepare. Now, for this particular one, related to this particular application, we need to take care about the requirement document. We have to take care about that particular requirement document, providing with the same. You guys need to be follow the same. You guys need to take care about follow the same thing. Previously, what is the folder you created? What is the folder you created? Adapting. In the same way, you have to create one folder with the project of HRMS. How you done for adapting? How you done for adapting? Follow the same. How you have been done for adapting project? Follow the same concept. Create one folder with HRMS. Under that, what is a folder? What is a folder? Documents. Okay. What is another folder? Taking with templates. Another one. Taking with test scenarios. And then taking with test cases. After that, taking with test execution, and you can take care about test reports. So all the folders, according to our folder structure, whatever the folders you want to create according to that project, according to that particular project, you need to take care about continued with the same. Now, under documents folder, providing that particular requirement document. So under that particular documents folder, you will be taking with HRMS the same document I'm providing in the Google Classroom. Now you got application URL. Along with application, you got in a requirement document. Along with application, taking with HRMS application. So details you got, and then that SRS document. So all the details you got, you have to take care about referring with these things. You need to take care about referring this document, and then you have to come up with in preparing with that particular scenarios. Lot of information will be there. Each and every module, each and every module, lot of details will be there. And in the starting, you will be having some information related to installation. In the document, you got some information related to that particular installation. You can ignore that. You can ignore that particular installation. You can ignore that installation. Not required any test cases related to that. You're not worried about on it. We are already deployed in our server. You are not worried about all the installation. Just you need to take care about, just you have to take care about referring with login module, referring with login module and PIM module, and take care about preparing the test cases. Once you complete login module and once you complete that PIM module, after that, based on your comfortable, if you are interested, you can go with the practice of other modules also. But at least minimum I required for these two modules here. For these two modules, you have to take care about. For these two modules, you need to take care about in completing with test cases. So now the whole concept is we need to start automation testing. To start automation testing, what we record? Test cases. That particular test cases you have to prepare. That particular test cases you need to prepare. For what are the models you have to prepare? Login model, PIM model. Not required any scenarios. For now, for the time being, you doesn't require any scenarios. Directly, it can go with test cases. So prepare test cases for login model, PIM model. You can refer that SRS document and you can refer application. Both the things you can refer and they can come up with in preparing with test cases here. So that test cases, by when you will complete? Monday will complete, huh? No, next Sunday, yeah. Tuesday. But Tuesday can do, right? Only the two models, that login model, PIM model. Login module and PIM model. Because if you are not completing, I can't go with the continuation. You need to ready with the test cases. By having the test cases only, I can go with in writing the code. Without having that manual test cases, I can't explain the concept here. So because of that, please spend with the time. Please spend with the time in writing the test cases. By Tuesday, take care about. By Tuesday, take care about in completing the test cases. All the online students also, please take care about in completing that particular test cases by Tuesday. So if I get ready with the test cases, then I can take care about in getting started with our automation concept. So now, see the thing, Selenium. Meaning of Selenium? Selenium is one API having group of components. What are the components we got? Selenium IDE, Selenium RC, Selenium Web Driver, Selenium Grid. The functionality of Selenium IDE, record and playback. Functionality of Selenium RC, programming. Functionality of Selenium Web Driver, programming. Functionality of Selenium Grid, to execute automation scripts in multiple browsers or multiple systems. Okay. So now we are not worried about Selenium IDE, Selenium RC. If interviewer is also asking about Selenium IDE, Selenium RC, directly you can say that you have not worked on that. In this current market, both the components has been totally outdated. If you are discussing also, there is no use of that. So I'm not taking care about these two things. We need to take care about Selenium Web Driver. So if I want to start Selenium Web Driver, to get start Selenium Web Driver, we need to take care about the one project. To understand all that particular concept, we have to take care about the one project. So that project, what is the project we are using? What is the project we are using? HRMS. We are taking care about taking the project of HRMS. So that project we are understanding from the very starting point, taking care about how we can automate that application. But to automate that application, what we required? What we required? Test cases has been required. So you guys need to be continue on that, preparing the test cases. Any application, the steps will be the same, concept will be the same, follow the same template, refer that requirement document and refer that application and come up with preparing the test cases. Okay. So you guys need to be work on that. In the meanwhile, what we need to do is we have to take care about in getting started working with WebDriver. We need to take care about working with that particular Selenium WebDriver. That Selenium WebDriver, if I'm taking with automation testing, meaning of automation testing? Meaning of automation testing? Testing done by tool. But is that tool will do all the things? Is that tool will be doing all the things? Yes or no? No. Then what need to be done? What is it? We have to take care about in performing two things. The whole automation testing, any automation tool, we have to take care about in performing the two steps here. What are the two steps we got? Providing instructions for the tool. In simple, first step, providing instructions. Second step, generating the results or output. So whenever you are working with automation testing, to learn automation testing, to work on automation testing, you have to take care about in performing two steps here. One you will be taking with instructions. Another one you will be taking with generating the results or output. Generating the results or output. Now, providing the instructions. How we can provide the instructions? How we will provide the instructions? How we will provide the instructions? With the help of programming. To provide instructions. To provide instructions. We are taking care about. We are taking care about initializing. We are taking care about initializing programming. So that programming, writing the program in Selenium Web Driver, writing the program in Selenium Web Driver. So now our main target, we have to take care about writing the program in Selenium Web Driver as part of automation testing. As part of automation testing, our main target to write in a program, in Selenium Web Driver. Our main target to write in a program in Selenium Web Driver. So for that, what need to be done? If you want to write program in Selenium Web Driver, if you want to write the program in Selenium Web Driver, how we can write the program in Selenium Web Driver? For that, you have to take care about 2 steps. How many steps? How many steps? 2 steps. To write in a program, in Selenium Web Driver, to write in a program in Selenium Web Driver, multiple times I inform for you 4 guys. If you are not interested, don't come to my session. I'm not having any issues at all. Almost 2 to 3 times I've been already informed. Don't waste my time, guys. Don't waste my time. Don't waste your times also. Right. See that. So if I'm taking with the requirement is we need to write in a program in Selenium Web Driver. So if you want to write in a program in Selenium Web Driver, not like taking the manual test case and immediately writing the program. I'm not going in that approach. First, if you want to write the Selenium program, or if you want to write the program in WebDriver, what are the things we require? First, I'll make you comfortable on that. And then we'll start writing the program in WebDriver. So because of that, don't get compared with other trainers or other institutes. I can understand that most of the time they'll start directly writing the program in Selenium Web Driver. But for you guys to write in a program in Web Driver, it will take some time. But don't be worried. First, I'll make you very comfortable. What are the things we require to write the program? And after that, I'll make very easy to write with the programs in Selenium Web Driver. So in that, we are taking care about the first activity. Or we'll take care about the first thing, to write in a program in WebDriver. First, you need to understand the concept of object identification or element locators. If you want to write the program in Selenium Web Driver, to write in a program in Selenium Web Driver, first you have to take care about how to identify the object, or how we can identify the element, how to identify the object or how to identify the element in that particular Selenium. First, you have to take care about comfortable on this concept. Once you got comfortable on this, then you will take care about your favorite subject. Favorite subject, core Java. Then we'll take care about your favorite subject that you will be taking with core Java. Once you got comfortable on these two, once you got comfortable on these two, by taking the help of these two concepts, by taking the help of these two concepts, very easily we can write the program in the Selenium Web Driver. So because of that, first I'll take care about how to identify objects or elements in Selenium. After that, we'll take care about core Java concepts here. Once we comfortable these two, once we got comfortable with these two, you need to be get very much comfortable or it'll be very easy to write in a program in Selenium Web Driver. So in that, first we'll understand object identification and after that we'll take care about core Java. So in that, write with the first heading, right with the first heading mentioning the object identification, object identification or element locators. Take with the first heading object identification or element locators. Under that take care about inspect option. Under that mention the inspect and taking with 8 types and then make a note of that particular 8 types of options. All the online students also, please take care about all these things. Make a note of all these options. Make a note of all these options here. Tag name and then CSS and mentioning the link text and mentioning the partial link text. Make a note of all these things. All the online students also, please make a note of all these steps. Okay, right. After that, just make a note of some description. Just make a note of some descriptions. Object or element. Like what is mean by object or what is mean by element. Make a note of that. Mention that anything on web page. Anything on web page. After that, web page. Group of objects or elements, and then application, group of web pages. Make a note of those three. One is object or element, another one web page, and another one application. Object or element, we can say that anything on web page, and the meaning of web page, group of objects or elements, and application, we can say that group of web pages. Okay, right. So this is what we need to understand that will take care about in understanding all these particular concepts here. What exactly mean by all these things and how we can take care about identifying with the object by using all these 8 options here. One by one, we need to understand. Once we done with, then we'll take core Java. After core Java, we'll take care about our actual part of the Selenium. So to complete these two, it will take some time. After that, we'll take care about to start writing our actual program in the Selenium Web Driver. So need to be get comfortable with all the things here. So please take care about it. I'm clearly saying that in automation testing, object identification, very most important concept. Without identifying the object, there is no possibility to go with automation. It can be Selenium tool, QTP tool, test complete tool, any automation tool without identifying